Welcome back to POD Philippines On Demand. We've got a very special guest all the way from Hawaii. A lot of you know him as H2H, How to Hawaiian. Our friend, our family member, and our guest in the Philippines. H2H, welcome to the Philippines.
Thanks, man. It's been a long time coming, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I bet you that waiting just kind of dragged on.
Dude, I'm telling you, it felt like it was forever.
Absolutely. So, you know, once you got here, once the wheels hit the tarmac and you arrived in Manila, and that door of the plane opened and you stepped out, what was the first thing that you thought about, or the first thing that hit you?
The humidity. I was like, damn, it's hot. I mean, it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the sun was setting, and it was hot, man. I mean, like, crazy hot.
How are you adapting to the heat now?
I feel like I've gotten better. I still sweat a lot, but not as bad as I initially was. So I'm kind of acclimating, I think.
What about the rain? Do you think it rains here a little bit more than it does in Hawaii? Or?
So, ironically, this is probably the third time that it's rained, third or fourth time that I've experienced rain in the Philippines like this. We've had drizzle and like overcast, but this is the first time, or not the first time, but about the fourth time I've experienced this kind of rain. But Hawaii is the same thing. It depends on the time of year. In the winter we get more rain than the summer, obviously, but I love the rain myself personally. This is perfect to me.
What do you think about the people?
I was more concerned with running into homelessness and feeling like really bad about it and stuff like that. But I gotta say, the people I've met here have been amazing. The people that I've actually met. Now, when I've walked around, because I'm a foreigner and I'm a big foreigner, right? I'm a big dude. I ran across a lot of people staring, taking pictures of me, like on the sly, or like just straight up taking pictures of me. I've been in a store and heard people say like, oh, let's post this on Facebook. We got foreigners walking around this store, right? It's been interesting, but the people that I've actually met and hung out with and whatever, amazing people. The Filipino people are amazing.
What can you say about the food?
Oh, I love the food. I mean, I hear POD and BAM talk about how bad some of the stuff is, man. I haven't really experienced anything bad, with the exception of the other morning. I had some bagaong and vegetables, and I was kind of taken aback by the strength of the bagaong. But I've had durian, I've had balut, isaw, Adidas, the chicken feet. I've had chicken heart, chicken liver, jackfruit. I've been just trying whatever people put in front of me, and all of it's pretty good. I mean, some of them I wouldn't be like, oh, I gotta go try that again. But it wasn't bad, you know what I mean? Just not my favorite, maybe.
Bam looks good with an umbrella, don't you think?
With a flower, man.
He looked good with an umbrella.
Pretty sexy, man.
I know, he says.
I know. So I rode.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And speaking of Bam, what's it been like? They picked you up at the airport, been with him since day one?
Yeah, I've been with him since we got here on the 14th. We drove down even further, dirty south into Glen, and spent the night there, and a day and a night. And Glen is beautiful, man. I mean, sandy beaches, great people. It was fun. It was great. But you know, Bam and Filipino with Attitude are exactly like how they are on YouTube, man. I mean, POD, same way, exactly like how you're on YouTube. No pretenses, none of that stuff, man. And I've really enjoyed my time with them. And in fact, Mercy has really helped us a lot. Getting, paperwork together, all that other stuff. So I'm thankful that, they let me into their house, right, in their lives. And I get to see them on the daily, smell their body odor and farts.
Yeah, you get to know them up close and personal.
Up close and personal, man.
Yeah. So, Bam, I mean, we talked to H2H here about his, first time experience of being here. What's it like for you watching a guy like H2H come over here for the first time and, you know, seeing him react to some of the stuff that he's never seen before? What's that been like for you?
Well, you know, it's awesome to hear him say some of the things that I've said in my head for years, thoughts that I had, and he's like reinforcing the same stuff. You know, it's pretty awesome. Like, dang, this guy he's feeling it already, and he's only been here for weeks.
Yeah.
You know, so it's pretty cool though, watching them experience new things. And
one of the new experiences that I experienced with Bam was when we got to the airport, right? And so I flew in, you know, he came and collected me at the airport and my 500 pieces of luggage. And as soon as we left the airport, we were in the middle of Trike Central, right? I mean, I've never seen traffic the way or how it flows here in the Philippines, right? In America, you got rules, bro. I mean, here it's like every man for himself. And at first, I was having anxiety because I was just like, what the hell's going on? Like people just cutting in, merging over. I'm just like, whoa. And he started laughing because I'm like, dude, this is giving me major anxiety. But as I've ridden in here, like I'm pretty sure I could drive here. I don't really think I'd have a problem driving here.
Yeah.
My only problem would be directions, right? And Google Maps just ain't working here, so you really need to know where the hell you're going. But like the physical part of driving here and getting into traffic, I don't think I have a problem because like there's no rules here, man. I mean, you just gotta be safe, basically, right?
Right.
But yeah, that's one of the first things I remember experiencing with him, and he laughing at me because I'm just like, oh, dude.
What about the motorcyclists?
Yeah, I mean, all those guys, right? The motorcyclists, the trike drivers, the jeepney drivers. Dude, you know who's the scariest of all? Those damn big-ass bus drivers, man. And the van drivers. Those guys with the big vans. Like larger. Oh, dude, they drive like a-holes, man. They're...
So...
I mean, they'll cut a trike off just to gain one spot.
We're back, and as you can see, we changed venues, locations, and we're still here with H2H, How to Hawaiian. And we're talking about his experiences, first-time experience here in the Philippines. He just went down the con of what he ran into so far here in the PI. So we're going to talk about what is one of the best things that he can say about the Philippines since he stepped foot in country. Ron, what would that be?
I would, you know, so there's many great aspects about the Philippines. I love the food, which is funny because a lot of people don't really like the food, but I love the food. But I would have to say the people, to me, is the biggest plus here. The people are really nice and helpful. They're very polite, except when they're driving their trikes.
Yeah.
But like, you know, you're walking past people, they're like telling you hello, and you know, they're excited to talk to you, where, you know, in America, people kind of just ignore you for the most part. Here, you know, they're really genuinely nice and, you know, happy. And it doesn't matter, like, it seems like it doesn't matter what their situation is in life, what they're going through, how rich or how poor they are. They're nice people. So I would say the people. And the thing that I would recommend to people coming here for the first time is come here with an open heart, an open mind, and an open stomach, and get out there and try all these different things. I've been here only for a couple of weeks, and I've experienced a whole bunch of stuff. I've gone all over the place. I've gone into some sketchy areas. I've gone into some beautiful areas. I've gone into some scary areas that I'm not scary in a way where I felt unsafe, but it's like we went to this beach house that's owned by this general in the Philippine Army, and it just feels scary to go there. Like you're on their guard, you know, like you can't really just walk around. But yeah, that's what I would say. Come here with an open heart, an open mind, and an open stomach. Try not to impose your ideas and ideals and how you would do stuff and complain about what you see wrong here. Instead, try to understand that the Filipino people do an amazing job with what they have. I mean, whatever they got, they make it work, dude. I've seen 15 guys on a trike. And if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So Try not to come here thinking, oh, we do this better, or they should do it like this. Just remember, man, the Filipino people are doing the best they can with what they got, and they do a pretty good job of it, from what I can tell.
You bet. One of the things that I've learned, H2H, over the years is that obviously living here and visiting here are two different animals. Based on your experience here now in the Philippines, you got a good taste of it. Do you feel as though that you could live here, or maybe not could, but would you want to live here? And
so, honestly, before I came here, I already had a preconception that I could not live here. Because of the infrastructure issues, in my opinion, right? Like internet, just doing basic things like paying bills, stuff like that. It seems like a real hassle here. I was just commenting not too long ago about load on your phone, right? Where I come from, you just pay a monthly fee and you got unlimited data, unlimited calls, right? You don't never have to worry about having load on your phone, which is basically minutes on your phone. That's what they call it here, load. You have minutes for talking, you have minutes for internet usage. So it's weird because you got to keep track of that stuff. I believe that there are prepaid plans. No, not prepaid, but there are plans here where you can pay monthly. But for the most part, people use that load system. So I really didn't think that I could make this a home, right? Like, because I'm just so used to having good electricity, good internet, right? Reliable electricity, reliable internet. But I've come to understand that that's not everything, man. There's a whole bunch of stuff here in the Philippines that way more than make up for that infrastructure issues. And they're an emerging country, and I don't doubt that with the people that they got here, the talent that they have here, that they can become a world-class nation easily. I don't know what's holding them up, but I believe that they could be a world-class nation. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, so I now that I've been here, it's been 3 weeks now, I can honestly say that I could probably live here. I don't know if I could do it full-time, because I don't know if I could do it anywhere full-time with the exception of America, right? But as far as a foreign country goes, I would love to live here. Matter of fact, I don't want to leave, man. I'm trying to find excuses like, how can I stay here longer? But the 3 weeks I've been here, I've enjoyed just about every minute of it. Except for that one time when I got sick for eating ice cubes. Be careful about the ice cubes here, guys. Other than that, man, I do believe I could live here.
Awesome. All right. That's H2H, How to Hawaiian, everybody. H2H, thank you so much. And it's a pleasure finally being able to meet you in person.
Agreed.
That's H2H, everybody, How to Hawaiian. Great guy. He is everything and more than what we have come to know in social media. Absolutely wonderful human being. And I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to POD Philippines On Demand. Bye, everybody.